Oh, whoa. I almost died.
Skip2mylou, my darling.
Hi guys, it's Lou. So whenever I get comments on any of my YouTube videos, I get a notification. Not on all of them, but on about half, I'd say. Well, this morning I got one and it was all the way back to my very first video that I ever did. And this was on root touch-up highlights with a knife. I know it sounds weird, but it's a good video. It's something that I've been doing for years and it works really well for me, and I just wanted to put it out there for others who might want to try it. But the comment, LOL, I will see you in my chair for a color correction, hun. You calling hun? Please, DIY, what a joke. It grows out looking blotchy for what I can predict. All right, well, any hair coloring video that I've ever done, which I think I've done 3, hairdressers have something to say, and it's usually not very nice. Oh, as I said that, literally I'm a hairdresser and you've made me want to try this. See? Me too, same. 3 hairdressers right there. I tried this, it was very easy and took only 15 minutes, turned out great, and only cost $6. Would have cost me $70 in the salon, if not more. Someone said I used a hammer because I used a knife. I think that's funny. I love non-traditional, practical brilliance born of common sense. You are so fly. I'm fly. Thank you so much, skip2mylou. You're the best to share this wonderful solution with us ladies. And that's all I was trying to do, was share a little trick that I learned along the way that works out really well. And guess what? We're gonna do it again today. Yeah. My roots are screaming. So basically what I do that's different in this video is I touch up the highlights of my roots that have grown in since my last, well, highlight. And I do so using not the regular bleach that you would get at a salon or even that you could do at home. I use this stuff. It's actually a face hair bleacher. And the reason that I found this stuff is when I lived in England, I had to have, you know, some highlights happening. It was winter and I just didn't recognize anything in their drugstores as the stuff that I used at home, but I did recognize this. Even though I never used it, it just was familiar, so I got this and I thought, let's give it a whirl. It's got to work on regular hair if it works on face hair, and it's probably more gentle. So ever since doing that, I just never stopped, and that was a long time ago. So we are going to do it again. All right, so this is what comes in a box of Jolene. It always makes me want to sing the Jolene song, but I don't sing, so you wouldn't want to hear it. Here is the cream developer, and here is the powdery stuff. I'm gonna see if I can let you guys see what's happening here. Oh, and besides, what I use is I apply it with a knife. Now, I got a lot of comments in the last video that I should not be using metal on my hair, which made me wonder, well, what is foil when they do foils in your hair? Is it because it's not the same metal? I don't know. But I've used a metal knife every single time. Nothing bad has happened. So if you want to try this at home, go ahead and get your plastic knife out. And if you're going to use a metal knife, please, please make sure it's a butter knife. Don't go getting a steak knife or anything crazy like that. Please direct your attention to over here. So I just dig in and get that much goo, and then I just shake out a bit of powder. Yes, there is a formula for this, like this much powder and this much cream, but I never pay attention. I just use more cream than I do powder. And I just mix that up in a little tiny bowl, and I get what looks like this. And I'm only using a little because we're not going to do my entire head. What I like about this stuff, and as you will notice, it's super thick, it's not runny, and I just feel like that's easier to deal with than the more liquid stuff you use. Okay, here we go. Now, start with dirty hair. Everyone forgive me, I have dirty hair. And I'm going to show you what my roots are saying right now. Now, I have fairly light hair, but not so light that you can't see where my last root job was, which was right there. From here up, it's that very dark ashy blonde color that my hair is. So I just comb my hair straight down with a fine tooth comb. Ow, I'm very gentle with my hair. So what I do now is I just take the knife and I get a thin stripe of it. Let me clean it off and show you again. See, there's a line of goo. And I start from the back and I just put it right where my part is and I go down, just like that. I'll do one in the front now. Again, just swipe. I'll mention this before I do any more. I am just trying to get where I have streaks before. And on my head, it's very clear. And if it's not clear on yours, I don't think it'll really matter. You know, I've got there, 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 there. Certainly not even. And I just go like that. And I go like that. And actually, I'll tell you the truth, I am not paying much attention to where my previous streaks are. And then one more on that side. And I got a lot of questions about how you do the back of your hair when doing this method. And my answer is, I don't know. Let's do a front one. Okay, so seriously, what I would do to do the back is just make a huge part. Part your hair all the way toward the back of your head and just continue to do stripes back there. Otherwise, I would say get a friend to help you, because I have actually hung a mirror that was tilted on a wall behind me so I could see and do it, but that's pretty tricky and I am not that coordinated. Okay, the other side. You can either match up your stripe with the opposite side, but I don't always do that. Another thing I like about this method is when you use the knife to make that highlight, you press it against your head and pull down, it's getting a good layer or two underneath. It's not just those surface little strands that you would normally have when you use foil, which I know how to do as well. And I do as well. It's just a difference of whether or not I am doing my roots or if I want some extra light hair, you know, for summertime, which it's coming. Thank God. I am finished, but I see a couple places that I can sneak some in right here. Sneak. And just a teeny bit here. Oh, that's a good one. All right, I think I'm finished for now. I have a little bit left, which, don't comb through this. Leave it. But sometimes I want to get this hair close to my face. And so I'll just take the back of the comb and kind of pull some out. And since this is face stuff, I'm not scared of having these chemicals on my face. Now, another question that I got a lot was how long to leave this stuff in. Well, I leave it in about 20 minutes, but sometimes I forget and I will come back. I don't know. Don't do what I say. Don't do this, but you know, sometimes 45 minutes. And it really hasn't done anything but dry up. Now, what you can do once you're finished with this part, you can make a new part and do it there, but I prefer to let it lie so that it gets perfectly, you know, colored and doesn't mess around too much. All right, so I'm gonna go wash this stuff out in about 15 minutes and I will catch you guys here later. I also kind of need to get, you know, ready for the day. It is only what? It's only noon. So out of my pajamas I go. All right, we are back and I washed my hair probably about 4 or 5 hours ago and have since dried and styled it a bit. But here is what we have as the end result. I feel like it turned out well. Just as you would expect, sometimes it turns out better than other times. Sometimes I'll miss a spot or I'll put too much in one area. Nothing is foolproof. And again, I want to mention, wait, did I mention this already? I am not a hairdresser. I don't claim that this is the way to go for highlighting your roots. It's just something that I do and have done for quite some time, and it works really well for me. Even though I answered a lot of the questions that people had about this method, I'm sure there are more. So if you have one, put it below in the comment section and I will do my very best to answer every single one. But for now, that's it for this video on root touch-up highlights with a knife. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you aren't already subscribed but would like to be, please hit that button down below and you'll see me very soon with more videos. Bye guys!